Hello, Dr. Kelly here, and in this video, I'm talking to my friend Carlton Daniel, who owns Plus Minus Fitness. We're talking about health and fitness and wellness. So we hope you like this video. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. If you like this video, please like, share, and if you're not already a subscriber, please hit subscribe. You're all grown up, Carlton Daniel. I haven't seen you since you were a little boy, the cutest little boy ever. I know you got told that all the time, but
I did.
yeah.
And it was true.
I know. I was. You were also like just the best, well-mannered young man. So I'm excited to talk to you.
Me as well. Thank you for having me on today.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you. So I guess catch me up. I mean, you're a personal trainer. You own Plus Minus.
Yes, Plus Minus Fitness.
Fitness. Yeah. And so, but I wanted to hear a little bit about your story, and you can tell us as much as you want to tell us.
Okay. Well, I've been in fitness since high school, really. I was always active as a kid, played basketball and soccer and football and other games growing up. But when I got to high school and wanted to play on the football team, they had us in the weight room. And then from there, I was just hooked to working out. And even when I stopped playing football and stopped playing sports, I still was really active in the gym. And it got to a point into adulthood where people would just ask me for advice and all the way into my mid-20s. And I was like, I just need to be a trainer because people keep asking me for advice or commenting, giving me good comments on my physique and everything.
Right.
And unknowingly, I educated myself on health and fitness just because I just liked it so much and I felt good working out and living a healthy lifestyle.
Right. Yeah. So I didn't even know that you played football.
I tried out. I tried out a little bit in high school and a little bit in middle school.
I was gonna say your mom was all right with you playing football, huh?
She wasn't, but she let me have my experience.
Yeah, because that's what we do as mothers. We say, okay, I don't like this, but I don't want my baby to get hurt, but I want you to have good experiences.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell me, and what were you doing before you trained people?
Well, I still do now, but I was an assistant middle school teacher. And I started out with the special needs program, teaching kids who have Down syndrome and autism and certain intellectual disabilities, and grew up with the working in the school, and I also became the girls basketball coach as well.
And you're still a coach, still a basketball coach. Yeah. That's amazing. I'm so excited for you. So I guess let's talk a little bit about your philosophy on a healthy lifestyle. Like what is it that you find is most helpful for most of your clients?
I would say balance is the most helpful thing because, when people want to get fit and change their lifestyle, they want to either just go really hard and go cold turkey on all their sweets and everything like that. But I find it that people have a really hard time going, just cutting out everything all at once and going cold turkey. And if you moderately reduce the sodas, the snacks, the sweets, and everything while eating healthier and exercising more, you're going to not only see the results, but you're also going to feel better. And then when you have those cravings, it's going to be like, oh, I did have my treat or whatever my weakness is. And I'm just going to stick with my goals. But it all starts with consistency. But people also need to understand there's balance because we're all human. We are going to be tempted by, the cake at that party or the Girl Scout cookies and whatnot. So it's all about balance, I would say.
And do you find most of your clients are able to moderate? are able to find some balance? It sounds like they are.
Most of them are. There's
Yeah.
some that I have to have a little more hands-on approach with as
Mhm.
far as nutrition goes. You know, the
Mhm.
workouts is one thing,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
can't outwork a bad diet.
No, you can't. You can't out supplement about a bad diet either.
Exactly.
People try, I mean, people come to me for nutritional therapy and they say, what kind of supplements can I take? And that's great, but you can't out supplement a nutrient. You got to have your nutrients from your food. And I think that's really challenging for a lot of people. But as a recovering addict, I don't moderate well. So most of my clients do, and they can cut back and they don't seem to have, you know, but there are some of us who don't moderate very well. So I just wondered if you've got any of those clients that, from a nutritional standpoint, they have to abstain.
Some do, and so what I do is with some clients, I try to make it as easy as possible because sometimes people can
Yeah.
feel overwhelmed,
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
a lot of the times. And so I just say, hey, let's just start off small. Send me, I tell them, send me pictures of your meals, and I'll tell you, okay, less of this, more of this. It's usually like, okay, I need a little bit more protein on that plate. I need a little more vegetables on that plate, or really let's reduce this, let's reduce that, and I'm very open and honest with my clients, so they have no problem sending me pictures of what they eat or asking can they have a cheat meal if they had 2 good weeks in a row or
Yeah.
a good few days in a row.
Right.
And I
Mhm.
say, as long as you don't turn into a whole cheat day, because
Mhm.
that'll put you back some of the progress you made, then we have a problem. But as
Yeah.
long as they don't make it to a cheat day, it's all good. But I definitely just try to make it easy for them and I
Mhm.
meet all my clients where they're at. I have a
Mhm.
clients from all different walks of life. I've
Mhm.
trained a couple of a few women now who are getting ready for their wedding. They're really the best clients.
They're very motivated.
Yeah, we're very motivated. I've trained a couple of very busy business people who just have busy lives, but they want to maintain a healthy lifestyle as much as they can.
Mhm.
Um, and I've trained the mom with 3 kids who just needs to work out and everything. So I've have a lot of different types of clients.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, me too. And I think, you've got to meet everybody where they are. And I usually, try to help people have some self-compassion around this because, like you're saying, small changes and
Mhm.
just having some balance and being kind to yourself if you're not making the choices. And I don't call it a cheat day because it's just a choice. And you made a choice for that meal or you made a choice for that day. um it is what it is. You got some information. Hopefully you felt like crap if it was crappy stuff, and then gives you some more motivation to maybe not do that as often. But you're right, we're all human, and I think it is overwhelming for people. um so, and how much of it, I mean, because you train people, you work out with people, right? Do they come to you or you go to them, or a little bit of both?
A little bit of both, but mostly I travel to my clients. So,
Okay.
um, long story short, when the pandemic started, I was working at a gym, so I wasn't exactly in business for myself yet. And I had a client who was like, "Can you come to my house to train me?"
Mhm.
And I said, "Okay." And their contract with the gym was personal training at the gym was ending, so they still wanted to train with me. So I was like, "Okay, sure." And then word of mouth started, and then you know quickly the name, my name plus minus fitness got out there, and made myself a website. Made my business legitimate, and over 2 years later, here I am.
Yeah, so the pandemic pushed all of us in new directions. It sounds like it was a good direction for you.
Yes, I'm pretty blessed as far as the direction I went when the pandemic started goes.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So most of your clients come to you for the physical fitness part, the training, Do
Yeah.
they know they're going to get the nutrition part? They want that too? Or are they
Most of them
surprised?
ask me to assist with that.
Okay.
So I pretty much say, I was like, okay, I give them a list of foods of what they should eat for whatever goals they have.
Mm-hmm.
And I've even went as far as, asking them what their typical day is like, especially during the week. And then I'm write out a whole plan of you should try to eat at this time of day, have lunch
Uh-huh.
at this time of day, and have just dinner at this time of day. And if you need to, have a protein shake or a snack or a healthy snack and whatnot. So I try to
Mm.
make it easier for them.
Yeah, I mean, we have to, right? Like I have some clients that do not cook, will not cook, don't have time to cook. Well, wouldn't if they did have time to cook. And so, just trying to help them make the healthiest choices they can make, knowing that they're not going to make any of their meals, which is, breaks my heart because homemade food is really important to me. But that's just where they are. And so you try to help them make the best decisions, that they can make. And I always talk about kind of leveling up. So trying to find a healthier version of some of their favorites
Mhm.
so they can just start to, you know,
Implement that more, yeah.
right, right. Yeah. But that's challenging for people. I think the food part, I don't train people, so I don't know how hard that would be, but people don't, they say they want to change their food and they want to feel better. But then when they really start trying to change their food, they have a hard time. They find they don't really want to.
Exactly. And it is very hard because when you get into just this, I'm just gonna stop over at Wendy's and get a burger, and it's like, wait a minute now. Like, let's not do that. Let's make a healthier choice. Let's, cook a turkey burger and have it with a salad or something like that. So I have run into those challenges with my clients who just they work a lot or they're very committed to, their children,
Yeah.
and just have issues with eating healthier,
Right.
especially when they're on the go or they're always working.
Mm-hmm.
It can be hard.
Yeah. And I think the time of day. So I've gotten really into circadian rhythms and
Mhm.
paying attention to light and dark and being more outside. I'm finding that that's even more important sometimes for people than what they're eating. It's more about when they're eating.
Yeah.
I think what you eat is actually important, of course, but really getting them to be reconnected with their bodies because some people are so disconnected they don't even know how they feel. When I say, so after a meal, how's your mood, how's your digestion, because mood follows food. So, and they don't know, they haven't really paid attention to those kinds of things.
Right. Because a lot of times people are just going throughout their day, just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm hungry now. Let me eat something to give
Right.
them a little bit of energy, no matter what it is, whether it's healthy or unhealthy.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I look at. I don't know what you have people track, but I track energy, digestion, and mood mainly because that's why most people come to me is they're trying to help their mood. Um,
I
yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, go.
I do have my clients. Well, I asked them, okay,
Mm-hmm.
how are you? What are you eating? How much water have you drank today?
Mm-hmm.
And how is your stress level? And I guess that goes along with mood, but sometimes stress is just a big thing.
I don't think you can ever underestimate the what stress does to the body.
Yeah.
Like it's just huge. Yeah. So how do you manage your stress?
My stress, I manage it by working out.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm just stressed, I'll even go for a walk just to get my body moving. Or if I can't get to the gym, if I could go to the gym, um, I still do my planned workout, but I just probably lift a little bit heavier than I normally do. Um, and then sometimes also kind of just have to just be still, just breathe,
Mm-hmm.
and um, almost a form of meditation. It's not meditating, but it's just a form of meditation. Just be quiet and just
Mm-hmm.
just calm your mind, and then try to go on with my day. That's what I try to do. If I can't, go for a walk or go to the gym, that's what I try to do.
Mm-hmm. Get still, get quiet, see if
Yeah.
you can quiet your mind a bit. You were always most calm. I'm trying to think the calmest kid. I mean, you didn't seem super stressed when I knew you. So do you get super stressed? And would we even see that? Or do you always kind of have that calm demeanor about you?
I usually have the calm demeanor about me, but
Mhm.
such as life, of course, there's stressors,
Stress.
and
Yeah.
so but I'm pretty even keel. What you see is what you get. So I'm pretty even keel, not too high, not too low.
Yeah.
And that really does come from my background in basketball coaching because I coach middle school girls, and so they feed off my energy. So if I'm not too high, then they won't get too high. If I'm not too low, they won't be down as well. So I kind of implement that in my own life,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what I have going on.
Yeah. So middle school girls basketball. That's got to be, how long have you been doing that? That's a long time, right?
It will be 8 years in January.
Yeah. That sounds really fun. And also, like, that could be challenging. That's a challenging age.
It is a challenging age, and I've learned my lessons through coaching. And my first year coaching, I just wanted to be really good, and I was nervous myself, and I ended up messing up a little bit. But the wonderful thing about my coaching journey is, with all my uh, mistakes and failures through coaching, I've been able to be like go back to drawing board and be like, okay, this is what I did wrong. This is what I need to say in this situation. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not even X's and O's as far as sports goes. It's more of just the leader I've become,
Yeah.
and about 3 championships later, here I am.
Yeah. Yeah. So beyond the championships, like just learning from the things that didn't feel like they were working as well
Yeah,
as, yeah. I won't call them mistakes because I mean, really, if they're not mistakes if you're learning and you're
yeah.
right growing and yeah. So what do you tell your kids that you coach? Like what are some of the things you really want to instill in them?
Confidence. I feel
Mhm.
that at the middle school age, they're wanting to be, the coolest and the best. They want to be impressive. And um, I remember our first game last year, my team, we were a very good team, but our first game, they were nervous,
Mhm.
and they were like, oh, I'm missing, close shots and everything. And so before the game started, I just called everyone over. I was like, all right, just need to calm down and be confident in yourself.
Right.
You know, if you make a mistake, don't worry, we'll fix it, and then we'll just move on to the next play. But play with confidence, and um, and they did, and they made me very proud.
Yeah. I bet they were proud.
They were.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, what's been the biggest lesson for you as a coach and a mentor and a trainer? Like what feels like it's just been the biggest learning curve for you?
Um, Good question. I would say to understand where they're coming from,
Mm,
and um, that has made me a better listener.
mhm,
So, whenever, my player's like, I'm just having a bad day, I'm just very frustrated. I'm like, well, I just have to sit still and have them sit and be like, okay, well, what's going on? And,
mhm.
you know, just put myself back when, I was their age, and maybe a little sad about something or worried about something, and just talk them through it and let them know that they're also not alone.
Mhm,
And, they have someone in their corner and on their side. So, and
mhm.
that I've learned that um, really means a lot to them.
Yeah, I would think that means a lot to all your clients too.
It does.
Yeah.
The clients that I've had the best relationships with and formed some friendships with, I've, said, don't worry about this goal. We're just going to take it a day at a time, because health and fitness is a journey. It's a
Journey.
marathon. It's
Yeah.
not a sprint.
Yeah.
And whoever said it was a sprint was lying to you. So I just tell them, like, I'm with you every step of the way. And, like I said before, like, I'm very hands-on with my clients. They can text me, if they need to call me, they'll text me and say, hey, can we talk on the phone real quick? I just want to touch base about certain things with you. And, I'll say, sure, call me at this time and we'll go over it. And especially the people that, are training for a goal, like whether training for their wedding or whatnot, they're the ones I'm most hands-on with, or just want to really make a drastic change in their life in general. They're very much, want me to be hands-on and want me to hold them accountable too. Those are the best clients, the ones that don't mind me holding them accountable.
Right. That's why they're hiring you. Yeah. To hold them accountable and to be able to, but really having somebody there in your corner. And I would think that, really listening to people, if that's what you've learned the most, that makes sense to me. That mostly what people want is to feel heard and understood and feel like somebody's in their corner. And that's when people won't lie to you and say, oh, no, I didn't have 2 glasses of wine last night. Or, they just like, yeah, they own up to their stuff.
Yes.
And say, yeah.
And through my 2 years being an independent trainer and being a business owner, I've learned just as much about being just a better person through my clients and through the trials that they've been through and that I've helped them through.
Right. Because you become, like a companion through their journey. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's really probably the best part of working with people, is being able to be a part of their journey. And it sounds like you're good at helping people stay accountable.
I am, and even
in a nice way.
In the nicest way. Like, I'm not one of those trainers. It's like, all right, I need 20 push-ups. Oh wait, you did them too, so I need 5 more. No, I'm not like that. I'm say, okay, this is what we're gonna do today. This is the intensity we're gonna do, and then let's do it. And if anything, I'm like, okay, go a little bit faster. Okay, I need you to do more of this, do more of that. And because people want to enjoy themselves in any extracurricular activity they do, so I try to make it as enjoyable as I can.
Right. Yeah, because that's going to make it stick a little bit more. If you're enjoying it, you're seeing results, that usually helps a lot. But if it's also enjoyable, that makes sense. Yeah.
One thing I also do when I've done this a couple of times, my clients will be, have a bad day for work or just mad at the world about something, and I know they're not going to be able to focus on squatting or anything like that. So I said, okay, hold on 1 second. I go out to my car and I get my boxing gloves and some hitting mitts. So I put the hitting mitts on, they put the boxing gloves on, and I just have them do a couple of combos just to get the frustration out.
Nice. Yeah. Because I think when they're that full, that something's got to give so that they can get some more. Yeah. I think that's awesome. So being flexible too. Sounds like you're even keeled and flexible and meeting people where they are. And I think that means different things to different practitioners or different trainer, health people, because I think that really is about like truly meeting meeting people where they are, not trying to force anything. And one of the best examples I've ever heard is a woman that came in on oxygen, and the person working with her, you just assumed that, getting off the oxygen would be her priority. No. She was worried about her wrinkles, not about, right. So instead of being, we're like, but instead of, saying, no, we're going to work on your oxygen. I mean, it's true that if that's what we do, that's our thing. But I'm just saying, meeting her, like if wrinkles, if she's worried about wrinkles, then let's see what we can do about these wrinkles.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
let's figure that out and use that as her motivation, because and I found that in the counseling field too, people would come in and they've got this huge trauma in their something that happened, but they didn't come for that. Like they lost a child, but they didn't come for that. they're coming for something else. And if you start trying to work on the lost child or whatever that they did not come for, they will leave.
Yeah.
That is not why they're there. So you got to really find out what it is that people want to be working on. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, gosh, that's a really big deal. We might get to that eventually. Once you have a relationship and you've worked on what they said they wanted to come to work on,
Right.
then you might be able to get there. But if you go there before they're ready, they'll leave.
Exactly. And, they'll, as time goes on, they'll gain to trust you. And then you can be like, hey, let's do this. Let's work on this. And when I usually meet my clients for the first time, I ask them why they want to drink and what is their primary thing they want to work on. So, because like you just said, we may see something completely different.
Right.
Than what they want.
Right.
I have one of my favorite clients. He is the caregiver for his wife, and originally he wanted to just be strong functionally, be able to help her as he needed to. And I quickly was able to help him a little bit quicker than I think the both of us thought. So he was able to be stronger and he lost some weight and he was getting back into tennis. And he said, hey, I know tennis is not your background, but could you help me out? I was like, sure, let's figure this out. And, till this day, about a year and a half later, I've been training him for about a year and a half now. He's on the tennis court in tournaments and everything and still able to help his wife.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love when people end up finding themselves in ways that they aren't expecting. Like they come in the door thinking one thing and they just are sort of blown away by themselves.
Exactly. And, they figure out that they're much stronger mentally.
Right.
Than they really are.
Yeah.
And it gives them the confidence to want to do more.
Yeah. And I don't know how you are about this, but I have a really good, I'm good at this personally too, is helping people figure their crap out and see how they're in their own way and just gently pointing out how they might be causing problems for themselves, or just pointing something out that they've never really thought about. And I think that can really make a big difference for people.
That's true. Some clients, they'll be like, oh, I feel like I messed up on this or this, whether it's fitness or something else. I'm like, well, let's just slow down. Slow down. Don't overreact. Go back to the drawing board. Take your emotion and yourself out of the situation. Because sometimes we get wrapped up in our own emotions and
can't be the observer.
We can't make the sound decisions that we would usually make. But if we take the emotion out of it and think of the situation with a clear mind, then we can. And usually I'm not even giving them advice. I'm just like, all right, just slow down.
Right.
Doing fine. Just relax.
Right. So being in your presence, I would think, because of your calm nature, would actually help people calm down.
It has. And people, there's some clients like, man, I'm so glad you're just so even keel, because if you were a strict trainer, I'd be so nervous and everything. I had one client who turned into a friend of mine. He was nervous before he met me because he thought I would be very strict, kind of a drill sergeant type of trainer. And he said that to me our second session ever, and I was like, no, I got the workouts ready for you. You have your reasons why you want to get in shape. Let's just get to work. I'm with you every step of the way.
Right. Yeah, I love that. I think that's so for people who feel like they can't do it, or fitness isn't for them. What do you have to say for folks like that?
I say nothing's impossible.
No.
Because there's people out there, not just even athletes, people who have done incredible things physically, whether it's like an Ironman competition, a bodybuilding competition, powerlifting, just marathons, anything, weight loss journeys, and they just didn't give up on themselves. So I say nothing's impossible. it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, but don't give up on yourself when you feel that it's hard, you feel like you plateaued, because
Mhm.
I always feel like there's always another level. Even for
Mhm.
myself, like I'm physically fit and everything, and people tell me like, "Oh no, you're good." I'm like, I am, but I know I feel I can be better, and so I
Mhm.
want to be better, but I don't. I'm not hard on myself about it
Right.
because I continue to do the things that are necessary for me to be fit and feel good.
Right.
And then I ask them why they feel that health and fitness is hard, because some people have had bad experiences with
Experiences. Mhm.
trainers and
Mhm.
other healthcare professionals. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And I just say, okay, well, they might be wrong, but we're going to do it this way.
Mhm.
And then I leave the door open for them to tell me, like, hey, this is working. What other way can we do this? Whether they're trying to gain muscle, lose fat, or just be healthy. Um, because one thing, we're not mind readers. I wish I was a mind reader, but so I tell my clients, all right, tell me if this is working. Um, and if it's not, don't be hesitant to tell me it's not, because
Mhm.
I need to know how you feel and what's going to work best for you, just so I can help them reach their goals the best way possible.
Right. Yeah. And that if you don't give up on yourself
Mhm.
and just keep making some step in the direction of health, just I always find that it feels like the path will rise to meet you. Like if you just have the courage to take a step and
Yeah.
to do at least a little bit. And if you go backwards, don't give up on yourself to take the next step,
Mhm.
that it will happen eventually for people.
It's like living in abundance, okay,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
didn't work, or, let's take it away from health and fitness for a second. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't get this job, but I'm going to get the next one I apply for. Or in basketball, like I tell my players, okay, you didn't make that shot, but if you keep shooting, if you keep practicing, you're going to make it, and it's going to be routine for you.
Hmm.
So combined with hard working and an abundance mindset has worked for me and worked for my clients.
Hmm. Yeah. And I don't know how you are about intentions, but I like goals. I think that's helpful, but I think having an overall intention is very helpful for people. Do you work with intentions or just mostly goals?
A bit of both, because
Mhm.
how I interpret what my clients tell me, it's like they intend to lose this weight and their goal is to lose this weight. So it's kind of one and the same to
Mm,
me. So um, their goals is how they intend to be when it's all said and done.
I gotcha. Yeah. I guess I think of like intention maybe even more like spiritually, actually. I'm not sure. Because I think of like Luke Skywalker, if Obi-Wan was like, Luke, what are your smart goals? That's not what we're doing here. He was trying to use the force. So like I think of intention as kind of like using the force, and then the goals are like the things that you're gonna do to try to get there.
Yeah, it's kind of like putting it out there into the world, and
Yeah.
and marking it down. So in that sense, like I do ask my clients, okay, what do we want to do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you need me for? And so
Mm-hmm.
then they tell me what they want, how they want to be,
Mm-hmm.
what their life is like, and how I can make their fitness journey better.
Right.
And then I said, okay, well, this is the first thing we need to do,
Right. Then
nutrition.
we break it down. Yeah.
Exactly. And then,
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, well, you moved on. We're going to get a little bit more intense and more intense.
Yeah. How do you feel about like being able to visualize where you want to be? Because I find that the people who are more able to actually have a picture of
Mhm.
what they want, they're able to kind of build the bridge to get there a little bit, maybe not easier, but it seems to work a little bit more smoothly for the people who can really picture where it is that they want to be and picture themselves already there.
Definitely visualization is key.
Mm,
I've me personally, I visualize countless times. I can't even tell you how many countless times of physically where I'm at and where I'm at in life as well.
mm,
And I've just worked to get there. So that also gives them that goal in mind. And some clients who are comfortable with taking before and after pictures, I said, okay, I want you to take this picture and
right.
want you to, when you feel like giving up or you feel like it's hard, look at it, and that'll be the reason you remember why you started. Or right, currently I have one client. She's getting married in about a month,
Mm-hmm.
and she's hung her this bathing suit she wanted to fit back into
Right.
in the area I train her at, and where she works out, and when I write her workouts when I'm not there. And so she sees it every time she's working out or when I'm training.
Yeah. Some kind of symbol there that's very concrete.
Yes.
Like, this is why, this is my why. I think that's important too. I do a lot of that with my clients too, of kind of what's the why.
Yeah.
Um, because I think that really does help them get clear. Is it to have energy for their grandkids? Because I work with all different ages. Is it to have, are they specifically trying to cure some kind of disease? Like,
Mhm.
what are we trying to do?
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly. And I have she's actually a coworker as well, coworker slash client. She's a mother of, I'm pretty sure her daughter's like 8, 9, or 10 now, but
Mhm.
she's an older mother, and she got into working out because she just wanted to be able to keep up with her daughter,
Right.
and which is also her only child. So, and
Mhm.
it was important to her, so she had hired me on, and she said to me, I just want to be able to keep up with her at this age and when she's a teenager
Mhm.
and everything, and so
Yeah.
her daughter's her why, and I thought that was great. I always like when people's family members are, especially their kids, are their reason for getting in shape.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of us try to get our act together for our kids. So keep our energy up for our kids. Yeah. I bet your mother is super proud. She's
She,
always been proud of you, but I bet she's super proud.
yeah, she is very proud of me.
Yeah. Do you get her to work out?
She has just started working out with me. She has done her own thing for a
Yeah.
while and everything, but recently she said, "Okay, I want you to train me." I said, "Okay." So I
Okay.
train her at the clubhouse where she lives, near her house, and so we'll train around 2 times a week. And after the first day, she texts me in all caps, "I'm sore," and I just said,
That's
"Good,
good. Yeah.
good, exactly."
I know. I think the best is when I'm so sore that I can't wash my hair in the shower the next morning. My arms are hurting. I'm like, that's a good workout.
Yeah. And I know you don't have to be sore for it to
You
be
know,
workout, but
no.
me, I'm like, I want to be sore. Like I want to know I did something.
I find that even like opening a door, you just feel differently
Hmm.
when you can feel that you were working out. You're just a little bit sore. I think that in terms of like your middle school girls that you coach, like there's just a confidence that comes when you can feel your muscles and you know that you worked them hard.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely a confidence. You just feel better. Your
Mhm.
mood is better. You release the endorphins,
Mhm.
and you just your everything is overall better.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think when you feel strong, things just, you think about things differently.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Exactly. More
Hmm.
confident, happier.
Hmm.
Overall, feel good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is there anything else that nourishes you since you're out there trying to help people learn how to nourish themselves?
For me personally,
Yeah.
um, I just have a lot of joy helping people, but I just also have a lot of joy in my own fitness journey as well,
Mhm.
and working out and eating healthy and taking the proper vitamins as well. Um, and for the longest time, my mother was, harping on me about taking vitamins, and I was like, okay, whatever. But since the pandemic, I've been more on top of that recently.
Yeah. Yeah, that seemed to be a good time for all of us to. I was actually, we were, our whole family was in Mexico, and I could tell that something was happening. It was in the early March of 2020. And so I was in Mexico ordering vitamin C, L-lysine, like all these different supplements. I had enough vitamin C for the neighborhood when I got home. I didn't realize I ordered like the biggest bottle of vitamin C. But
Extras.
I had extra. I was like, I'm gonna take care of people in the neighborhood. So, but we didn't know what we were dealing with. So I'm like that though. I try to get prepared. You can't be prepared for all the things that happen in life. You just can't. But here I am trying anyway. So
Right.
yeah. Yeah. So all the things, what about, like how are you with nature and sunshine? And is that important to you and your nourishment and nourishing your soul?
It is. I do like going for walks. There's a park I go to, and my girlfriend and I, we go for walks there. And, just, even though it is very hot here in Georgia, I'm sure
That's true.
too.
Yeah.
I just like being outside with the fresh air, and I do like going hiking as well. There's
Mm-hmm.
really good hiking trails here, and just, you know, just taking my time with the walk or the hike and everything. And then other than that, just enjoying life the best I can.
Yeah, it seems like you do that. I'm glad that you do that, that you're enjoying life and that you really found your niche and how you help people. That I think that's amazing. Anything else that you wanted to share? Kind of what lights you up or what you feel like would be helpful for people?
Um, I do want to touch on, like, again, like the anxiety of getting fit. And
Sure. Yeah.
recently, in these last couple of months, I realized that, a lot of people do have anxiety, whether they're going to the gym or doing this themselves at home or anything. And, then they want to like speed up the process so they feel good about themselves. But in my opinion, no matter whether you're at the start of your journey, in the middle, or the end, you should feel good all the time. Because if you do what needs to be done each and every single day, whether you're working out or not, and making healthy choices for yourself and your body, then you're getting 1% better each and every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just realized that, a lot of people, no matter what their goals are, whether they're trying to lose weight or gain muscle, they do have anxiety, and possibly because they feel some type of way or don't see, or it's kind of like a self-worth thing.
Right.
But then they want to hurry up the process. It's more like, just calm down and just focus on being 1% better each day.
Right. Small steps, like just, yeah, making these little changes can make a big difference. And you're right, it's a marathon. We're not sprinting anywhere. I would have already, yeah, I tried that. There's no sprinting.
No, not at all.
Even though I do like sprinting now. I'm like lifting heavy things, and sprinting seems to be really good when you're in your 50s. So
Okay.
yeah, I started doing a little more of that. But yeah, I think and it's always amazing to me, like I've done a lot of things in the name of health throughout my years. I had all the, I used to teach aerobics back in the day and all the things. And then there's always more to learn. There's always room to change things and evolve and grow. And I just think, that's what's so amazing, is the things that I thought were really healthy and at the time probably were pretty okay for me. And
Right.
just the evolution that it just continues to change.
Yes, it does continue to change, and there's several different ways to get to your goals. What's the saying? There's different ways to skin a cat.
Skin a cat. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what may work for me will work for the next guy, and what will work for you will work for the next woman. But there's always a way to reach your goals.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And that's something that I try to make sure that my clients understand that if something's not resonating with them, like if I have a recommendation, or like you, if you have if it's just not working for them, all they have to do is say, hey, this isn't working, and we'll find a different way to skin that cat.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's several different ways. So, and that's
Mm-hmm.
another reason why people shouldn't have anxiety or give up, because if it doesn't work
Mm-hmm.
one way, it's going to work the other way.
Right. And I think a lot of people, there's anxiety about the process because it's something new for them, but they're also trying to help their anxiety by doing these things. So, yeah, I think the big message is don't give up. Like, believe in yourself, because there are a lot of things coming at us, and let's not give up on ourselves. Let's at least be on our own side.
Exactly.
Like, not against us. Yeah.
No, yeah, you have to be for you, because this is your
Yeah.
journey, and there's so many people that could help someone through this journey, whether it's a trainer, a nutritionist,
Yeah.
a spouse, their child, parents, friends, whatever. But at the
Mhm.
end of the day, you still gotta put in the work for yourself, and be kind to yourself as well.
I agree. Yeah. And I like your message of balance. I like the word balance. I think I've been working a lot more with harmony lately,
Mm,
like to harmonize things. Because it may not necessarily feel completely balanced. Like I think of, we have this much, we need this much, and then it's balanced. And
yeah,
actually, like, it just needs to be in harmony.
yeah, it
Like,
needs to flow the right way.
right, right. So whatever that looks like for people, I think that's what we're after.
Yes. And
Yeah.
there's several different ways. There's several different, healthcare professionals out there.
Mhm.
And I'm also soon going to be launching my own YouTube channel,
Oh, yay.
just to give people little tips about working out and nutrition, and easy meals to make, and everything.
Okay.
So that they're watching this, look forward to
Fun.
that.
Yeah.
And my YouTube channel will be called Easy Fit. So it's just health and fitness made easy.
Nice. I love it. Okay. I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, thank you. And
Yeah.
people just have to. It's not hard. Just have to be consistent as well.
Yeah. Consistent for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Carlton, I have loved talking to you. It's so good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
And I appreciate you just telling me a little bit more about your journey, and also like just being willing to talk to people about how they might be helped.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me on. I really enjoyed it.